Welcome to episode 15 of Scaling a SMMA. My name is Herman, and this is a video series where I take you behind the scenes of our social media marketing agency and show you what we're doing to scale it. I'm documenting the journey here, so I am sharing what I am working on a day-to-day basis, the problems that I am trying to solve, the lessons that I am learning. So if you're interested in seeing how we are scaling our social media marketing agency, subscribe to the YouTube channel. So with that said, let's dive in. Today, I worked on a couple of things. So number one, I spoke to our current clients, letting them know about our new service, our new pricing options. Some of the clients were really excited about this new pricing options. Some just wanted to stay where they were. They were happy. I mean, part of the reason why we're making these changes is because we want to differentiate ourselves. We want people who are working with us to know that we're different from other companies and get to experience that on a recurring basis, on a daily basis. Like, I want them to know how different we are. Ideally, it's something like, when you step into a Ferrari versus when you step in a Toyota, you know that you are in a Ferrari versus when you're in a Toyota. So I want that for our company. I want the difference to be obvious. So one of the things that we've been doing is offering more help to our current clients. Obviously, that comes at a different price point, but it's totally worth it for the people who do the service, because the additional help is going to help them get better results, which then it's going to more than pay for itself. So we've been making these changes, and I've been speaking to some clients about it, and some are super excited to get the additional help, but some are just like, hey, you know what? The service that you guys are providing me right now, even though it's not much, is much better than what I had in the past. I am almost full. I don't have space to take any more new students. And so I just want to keep the service as it is. I don't want more help. I don't want to do more things. And in fact, just having some sort of automation that helps people prevent from falling through the cracks is already worth it for me. It already more than pays for itself. So I just would like to keep it where it's at. So anyway, it's just awesome that some people without much help are just like, I'm cool and I love the service, which is always great to hear. So, for them, it doesn't matter that competitors are out there doing something for cheaper. They are happy with the service they have. They're happy with the way their automations are set up. They don't want to go to another competitor, learn something new and restart from scratch, risk the system not working for them. So with them, they are happy, and that's a great thing. So I spoke to some clients today about our current pricing options, and I keep bringing this up every day because that is something, like, if you were to look at my schedule, it's slammed back to back 15-minute calls. I add another 15 minutes in between, so it's like 30-minute calls back to back throughout my day. So I'm speaking to anywhere from 5 to 6 clients a day. Well, actually today was less than that because we had blocked off the time to plan some projects, which I was able to fortunately use because we planned the project beforehand. I was able to use the time today to work on this next thing that I am going to show you today. So right now, one of the things that I've been thinking is, I'm slowly building our marketing funnel, which is supposed to look like this. Okay, so the marketing funnel, it's going to look like this. So we're going to have an ad that promotes a case study from one of our successful clients. Then people are going to go to the opt-in page, and that page is going to say hey, do you want to get this case study where you can see how this client had success so you can learn what they did? Yes, opt in. So then they get to opt in, and then they're going to go to a page that says, hey, you just received your case study. By the way, schedule a call with us. And the idea here is that we want them to schedule, and essentially it's a call where, if it makes sense, we're going to offer them our services. So it's part a sales call. But I've been trying to think about how do I motivate people to jump into a sales call? What can I give them? How can I convince them to schedule a sales call? In the past, I've told people hey, do you want us to help you add 11 to 17 new students per month? And that worked well. And it's see if this works for you. Schedule a 10-minute call so we could tell you about a program. See if this is something that you might be interested in. And then, if then you're interested, then you can sign up you can schedule a longer call where we can explain how it works, something like that. And I had success with that. I had people scheduling this 10-minute calls. That worked. But I spoke to one of the team members from Alex Ramosi's team, and he told me that I want to do a one-call close, meaning I want to have them schedule a call and then try and close them on that call. So I was thinking about, how do I do that? How do I get people to schedule a call where they're going to be mentally ready to sign up? And so that's been the problem for me. So like thinking about, what do I do to sell this call so that people are going to want to sign up for a longer call? Because, I can't tell them that it's going to be a 10-minute call. There's no way that I can grab somebody cold from a Facebook ad that doesn't know anything about us and then 10 minutes later convert them into a paying client of a high ticket program. So I was thinking, like, how do I get somebody to invest 60, 90 minutes with me? And one of the ways that I thought is like, okay, I'm going to have here in this page a video that says, hey, schedule a call with us. And I was calling it a strategy call. And this strategy call, the idea here is that they would jump on. So I would say like, hey, how would you like it if we took a look at your studio? We took a look at like what you're currently doing to market your classes, to promote, to how are you following up? And like, we did an audit for your studio and then figured out like, what are the easiest ways, what are the easiest opportunities that you're currently missing that are costing you money that you can just tweak, and then you grow tremendously without adding additional work to your plate. And essentially it's like a very in-depth audit. And then from there, once we figure out where those opportunities are, we will create a growth strategy plan for you to help you get to that goal, to help you achieve your enrollment numbers, right? So something like that is what I was trying to come up here. So essentially, book a strategy call. We're going to give you this strategy plan to help you achieve your enrollment numbers. Now, the problem with that is this. So that sounds sexy, like, hey, let me give you this strategy. I could say this is something that other business coaches can charge upwards of $2,000 or more to give you this like strategy plan to grow your business. So that is a good way to get people to book. But then once they've booked, one of the tips that I got from Alex Ramosi and his team is that I should have a video sales letter that then tells people, so that when people show up, I don't need to educate them about our services. I just need to present them with an offer and help them make a decision to join our service. So I was thinking like, okay, how can I teach somebody about our service once they've scheduled a strategy call where I'm going to tell them, hey, I'm going to diagnose your business. What do I teach them here? So I was struggling with that. So thinking it's like, okay, you just schedule a call where we're going to diagnose and put together a game plan. But let me tell you what we do just in case, like, the game plan that we give you happens to match with like what you need. And like, I don't know, or like, hey, we're going to give you a game plan, but here's what we do. We usually help with marketing, with automation. And so that sounds like it doesn't matter what they're coming in with. I am going to give them this thing that we're doing. So anyway, long story short, I'm not sure if I'm overthinking this or not. It's just like, I felt like this video right here that was supposed to tell them about like this call and the call they just scheduled and get them excited to show up for the call. I didn't think I was going to be able to educate people on that call. So it was just going to be a video that says like, hey, on this call, you want to show up because we're going to give you a one-on-one game plan, and auditing your studio is going to take about 60 to 90 minutes, and make sure that you all like block off that time so you have the time to pay attention, so we could diagnose your business properly. So I was going to be able to get them excited to show up. Like by the end, you'll have a printout plan of what it would take to grow your studio. So you could take that plan and take it to anybody or implement it yourself, or have us help if it makes sense, have us help with it and we'll help you implement it. Something like that is what I was thinking. But I didn't know how to explain what Studio Hub, our company, is and what we do and why our services are important and the problems that we help, because that's not the purpose of this call. The purpose is for them to get a strategy. I don't know if you're understanding what I'm saying, but this is what I was thinking was going to be the problem with this approach. It's like, if I am giving people a strategy, how do I then, because I want them to sign up on the call, I wanted them to have some pre-education prior to jumping on the call, some prior education about our company and what we do and why we're helpful and the problems that we solve and the testimonials from our clients, so that when they get on the call, they're all excited and ready to join. I don't know how we're going to, I don't even know how I could show testimonials on this call. Well, maybe I could say like, hey, we're going to give you a strategy and you could see here that we've done this for other clients where they've had a lot of success. So yeah, I don't know. And then on top of that, like if you go to our website, studiohub.ai, you can see here it says schedule a demo. It would be weird because it's like Studio Hub, automate your student enrollment, schedule a strategy call wouldn't make sense. So I was thinking more schedule a demo. So I was thinking, what if instead of a strategy call, we do that, like what I just said? Why don't we say here, like, hey, schedule a demo call? Because then we could say like, hey, schedule a demo call so we can show you how Studio Hub can help you grow your enrollment. That's not exactly what I'm going to say. I'm going to say like, hey, would you like us to help you add 149 to 200 new students this next year or something like that? If yes, watch the video below. And then in this video, it's like, hey, we've helped our clients do this, this, and this. If you're interested in that, schedule a call so that we could tell you about it. And then over here on this sales letter, it was going to then be like, hey, thank you for booking a demo call for Studio Hub. Let me tell you what Studio Hub does. It's this program that does with this. Here's why this is different. Here are the testimonial. So that's kind of the idea here, is that I am thinking of switching this instead of a strategy call, which I was really excited about, to switch this over onto a demo. So that's the idea. I know it seems like, maybe every week or every day I have something new comes up for me. At the end of the day, I have a feeling that we may just need to test it, but I want to test the thing that I think makes the most sense first. Like, if somebody comes in to get a demo, I'm thinking that they're coming in more prepared to make a decision and sign up for something, as opposed to if they're just coming in to get a strategy call about how to grow. But then again, maybe with a strategy is equally as good. So this is where I have to test it. But long story short, I created first the reminders. So initially I thought I was going to go with a strategy, and I have already created the videos that go, if it was going to be a strategy call, I have the video here in this video, like the script created. So then I created reminders that were going to get people to show up for the strategy call, and at the same time push for people to watch the VSL. Let me show you what that looks like right here. Okay, so you could see here, these are the reminders, like when somebody books, well, not just the reminders, but the confirmation. Like when somebody schedules a strategy call, there's going to be a confirmation email. So I wrote a prompt here with AI, and this is what the email is going to look like. Like, hey, your strategy call is confirmed. Here's the date. Add this to your calendar. Here's what the call is about. Watch this video before your call. However, because it was going to be a strategy call, this video was just going to say like, hey, here's what we're going to do on the call. In fact, I can show you what that would have looked like. So it sounds like this. Hey, I'm making this quick video to show you what to expect and how to prepare for the call so you could get the absolute most out of it. Here's what you can expect on this call. So we're going to do an audit. You're going to get a printout of a strategy plan. Here's who we are. Here's the agenda. First, we'll do a one-on-one audit. Then we'll show you where the low-hanging fruit is. And finally, we'll walk you through a simple strategy to help you grow your student base. And at the end of the call, if you want help implementing this plan together, we'll show you how we can do that step by step. So that's the idea. There isn't much to it, but it wasn't going to let them know anything about our program. So I didn't love this approach because of that. That's the part that I am missing. So I wrote this confirmation email for the strategy call. Then I wrote an email reminder. Well, I wrote the prompt, and then AI helped me write it, and then I tweaked it. So email reminder 24 hours before their call, 1 hour before their call. And you can see here again, it's like, hey, watch this video to prepare for the call, and so on. So these are the emails that I worked. But then I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, what if I do, instead of a strategy call, what if I do a demo? What is that going to look like? I then started to think about writing email reminders to get people to show up for a demo call. And I was thinking, okay, what is a demo call? A demo call is where we provide business owners who attend with a demo of Studio Hub and how our service works. And then in that call, we'll do a one-on-one audit to diagnose their studio so that we can identify areas and opportunities that are available. We do the audit. Once we do the audit, we'll give them a customized plan to implement Studio Hub to get to 149 to 200 plus students. We'll show them by the end of the call, they will know how to use Studio Hub to grow their student enrollment and generate more revenue. So I was thinking that was going to be the demo call. And then, then I wrote the prompt for the confirmation after somebody books a demo. reminders 24 hours before their demo, 1 hour before. And I kind of just copied and pasted the prompt, and I tweaked it a little bit for the I copied the one that I had created for strategy and then recreated it for the demo. And then I started to think about like, what does that demo call look like, and how do I get people to schedule that call? And then what kind of video do I send them after they schedule the call? So I've been thinking about that. You could see here AI prompt with the VSL that gets people to schedule a demo. And here's what I am thinking. So I'm thinking like, I thought to use the framework. I tossed around different frameworks to write this. Initially, I had used the sales letter, initially I started with the 12-step sales letter, but then I broke it into 6, and then I'm like, that's still too long for a video that's supposed to get people to schedule a demo. So then I broke it down into 3: the hook, the story, the offer. And here's what this sounds like. Like, hey, would you like us to help you enroll an extra 149 to 200 students this year without adding more work to your already full plate? Story. Hey, I'm Herman. I'm the founder. Over the past few years, we've helped 250 studio owners grow their student enrollment using a smart mix of automation, advertising. By the way, I haven't edited this at all. This comes from AI because I don't like the smart mix. That sounds a little weird. But here's what we've seen. Most studios are run by passionate teachers who love what they do. But who are stretched way too thin. Between teaching, admin, there's barely time to eat, let alone learn marketing, chase leads, or set up tech systems. That's where Studio Hub comes in. At Studio Hub, we specialize in helping studios attract more students without the overwhelm. On average, our clients enroll 149, some 200 students or more. Here's how. And then the offer is, if you're curious if this could work for your studio, I'd like to invite you for a free demo, a Studio Hub demo call. Here's what we'll do on the call. And so this script, I have to tweak it, but I think that is more in line of what I am thinking to do, like schedule a demo, and then after they schedule, then I'm going to have a script another video that says like, here's our company, here's what we do, here's why it's important for you to show up, here's how to prepare, where if I do it right, they come in, they've already seen like what we do, what the program is about, how we help. And then from there, it's just like, are you in or not? So that's what I am thinking. I'm excited to test this out, but yeah, I'm just working slowly on this marketing project. And again, the reason why it's taking me so long, it's because my calendar is slammed with these calls to move our current clients to this new level of service. So anyway, with that said, that is it for today. That is what I worked on. I hope this video made sense. If you're interested in seeing how we're growing our social media marketing agency, subscribe to the channel, check, and then stay tuned for the next updates, and I'll see you there. Bye.